Hey guys, Katie Plays here with the new Sims 4 speed build. This is a small beach bungalow, and the download link for it is in the description below. This is a pretty basic build. I'm not gonna lie, I started a couple more complex things and they gave me nothing but trouble, and in the end I decided that I really just wanted to do something quick and easy that wasn't going to be a nightmare to try to roof, because that's just the kind of weekend I was having. So the idea I had is inspired by a little bungalow kind of thing that you would see on a beach, and I know it doesn't really work like this in The Sims, but the idea is that it's like a little house that you'd go visit on the beach and maybe have a party at, but not necessarily live in. So it's pretty small, and it doesn't have a lot of things in it. Like there's not really any skill building things, as you'll see later. But here I'm building the basic shape, getting some columns in that look nice. The roof covers the house and this little patio, and there's a small pool up front. I wanted to make the whole thing very bright and kind of beachy looking, so I wound up going with the kind of thatched grass looking roof. Yeah, you don't see it yet, but you will in a second. And I painted the exterior in bright colors. I really wanted to make the deck and the foundation and the stairs happier colors than just white, but nothing matches, and it's times like these that I really, really miss create a style from Sims 3. In the end, I did wind up finding something I was happy with though, even though I didn't get the blue that I really wanted to use. The white does look really nice and it pulls the whole thing together, so it's not the end of the world that I wound up having to go that direction. This is where I put the proper roof on it. And then for the windows, I really wanted a bright, well-lit kind of look, but I didn't want to just use giant windows because, sometimes you want a little bit of privacy in some areas, and there had to be a spot to put counters and things like that. So I changed my mind about the windowings a couple times, but wound up settling for something that is actually a lot like this already. The bedroom especially gave me kind of a tricky time because I wanted, like I said, Sim privacy. Even though Sims don't actually care, I care. So I wanted to put smaller windows in there. And I also wanted everything to look kind of balanced. That's kind of the tricky part, isn't it? Is getting things to be different but still fit together. So there's the bright interiors that I used. I went with a yellow and a teal and a little bit of white. And the outside is a nice bright blue. I think the bathroom wound up being mostly white. I put some hardwood in. That seemed like a very beach thing to do. Vacuuming sand out of carpet is a nightmare. So this at least they can sweep up. Now I'm decorating the bathroom. It was a lot of fun to use this kind of set. I filtered by style, and it gave me a bunch of things that I'd never really used a whole lot before. They're not my normal style, but I really like them. What I went with was it was like a hybrid of retro and modern, as you can see. I mean, I guess it's a little more retro, but with the bright colors and combined with everything else, it kind of makes it look a little more modern also. I really love that painting, and I wish I could have made it bigger, but the shadow didn't look right, and it was too big on the big size, so I wound up having to shrink it back down to normal. And then out in the living area, I wanted to make sure that there were some couches, some places to sit. It's a pretty small space though, so there wasn't a whole lot of room to get anything large in there, but it'll comfortably seat a couple people, and I think it looks pretty nice. I do wind up changing the colors later in the video. Those ones just didn't look right. Then with the kitchen, I originally had the idea that I wanted to keep this house a little less expensive, but then I realized most of the furnishing I had was already pretty expensive, and to be honest, if you can afford a beach house, you don't need a starter home. So I went in and put in nicer appliances, mostly because I liked the look, but also because they were a little more expensive. And I didn't want the kitchen to be completely empty, so I went in and put a few things. I really liked the little offset trash can there. I was going to put a bar inside, but realized it wasn't going to fit, so I just went with the little dining table. I almost didn't want to put that in there either because I wind up putting more seating on the outside patio, but I couldn't really think of anything else to put in that space. So a dining room it was. Plus it wound up looking pretty cute. I think I mentioned before that I was disappointed in the rugs that are currently available. I'm also a little disheartened by the blinds that are currently available. I'm really excited for more stuff, because really stuff is the best part of building. Here I am just going through, putting some more little decorative bits here and there. Even if it's a vacation beach house, I still want it to look a little bit lived in. Changed my mind about some of the decorations a few times. Sadly, I wound up having to take out that little thing of spoons. When I playtested, Sims wouldn't use that counter with it there. And there's so few counters that they have to at least be able to use one. Doing some more decorating. Everything is so big. I really wanted something cute on that dresser, but everything that I liked was gigantic. Yeah, see, there's changing the colors now that I can see everything a little better. A little bit of clutter. Someplace to put your shoes. That seems like a thing people do at beach houses, take their shoes off. Put them by the door. Now I'm starting on the outside. The outside has a barbecue, some more seating, a bar, the pool. I put in a fire pit at the end, and now that I think about it, I probably could have gotten a hot tub in there someplace, but I didn't. Not sure why. I guess I just kind of forgot about it. Yeah, I adjusted the outside a few times. Just trying to get things to fit and make sense and look good. A little bit of seating over by the bar, by the pool. Those little starlights are really cute. I thought those would give it a little bit more of a party mood. I really wanted to get that tall light in, but it wouldn't fit anywhere, and I didn't want to use move objects, so I didn't force it someplace it didn't want to be. But I made sure that the outside is adequately lit, or, lit enough so that Sims don't trip over things, but not so well lit that they can't enjoy a evening party. Even though it's pretty simple, the backyard patio thing gave me a little bit of trouble. Honestly, though, it was my own fault. I was feeling really indecisive, and I couldn't decide what counters I wanted to put by the barbecue there. I really love the little decorations, the barbecue sauce and the tongs and stuff, so I had to get the counters just right. I finally managed to, though, and I got some seating out there. So after I was happy with the patio, the finishing touches on this house is the landscaping. I put a little walkway in that was lined with flower bushes on one side, and then I put some hedges in on the other side. I didn't want to put a fence on the patio, but I also didn't just want it to be bare, and the hedges were the perfect solution for me. So I put in the mailbox and the trash can, and I moved the fire pit because you can't have a beach party without having a bonfire. And the last touches were palm trees because you just can't have a beach house without palm trees. We're coming up on the end of the speed build now. I hope you enjoyed this, and like I mentioned before, the download link is in the description, so feel free to download it and take a look. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see my next videos, and thanks for watching!